up everybody, I'm Jing Sheng, a student from University Technology Petronas. Today, I'm going to share with you one of the most useful and beneficial training, and this training is used by many athletes all around the world. The training that I'm talking about is called the Plyometric Training. I know you are most probably wondering about what is plyometric training. Do not worry because I'm going to discuss with you in detail. First of all, plyometric training is also known as the plyometric, short training, and the jump training. Plyometric training is defined as a set of training where the working muscles will exert a maximum amount of force within a very short time interval. It involves the stretching of muscle immediately followed by the contraction of that particular muscle. I know it may sound very complicated, right? But all you need to know is that plyometric training involves mainly of jumping, bouncing, hopping, and also skipping. Some of the examples of the plyometric trainings are shown here. First is the skipping rope, jumping squat, single leg hopping, burpee, lateral jump, and lunge jump. Plyometric training can be divided into two types. The first is the slow plyometric training exercise, while the second is the fast plyometric training exercise. The factor that distinguishes these two types of exercise is actually the ground contact time, or we call it the GCT. So, for slow plyometric training, it has a longer ground contact time, which is longer or equal to 251 milliseconds. While for the fast plyometric training, it has a shorter ground contact time, that is less than or equal to 250 milliseconds. Some of the examples of the exercise with respect to their type are classified in the table below. Plyometric training can be done through three phases. The first phase is called the eccentric pre-stretch phase, or is also known as the loading phase. The second phase is the amortization phase, while the third phase is the concentric shortening phase, or we call it the rebound phase. We will use jumping as an example to describe these phases. In jumping, the first phase, also known as the eccentric pre-stretch phase, starts when a person squats down in preparation to jump. In this phase, the muscles is in the pre-stretch state, where the potential energies are built up in the muscles so that it will be used for jumping later on. After that, we will enter into the second phase, the amortization phase. The amortization phase is actually the transition between the squat preparation position to the explosive vertical movement. So, a very useful tip for all of you. The shorter the amortization phase, the higher the potential energy available for jumping. So this means the shorter the amortization phase, the better it is. Next, we will enter into the last phase. The last phase is also called the concentric shortening phase. So in this phase, the potential energy in the muscles will be fully utilized to provide this explosive movement for a person to jump outward. In conclusion, the combination of these three phases complete a plyometric movement, and these phases are utilized in strengthening the powers of the muscles. Plyometric training is found to be very effective for both the youth and the adult athletes. It is also proven to be effective in improving the performance of both the land and the aquatic athletes in their sport. So, since this plyometric training requires very high coordination and skillful movements, It is best if you can get a coach to supervise over you and to give you advices to prevent any injuries. Of course, you can carry out the plyometric training without any equipment, but if you wish to increase the difficulty or further improve your performance, here are some of the equipments that you can use. The first is a plyo boxes, second, plyometric hurdles, third, jump ropes, and fourth, jump trainers. All these equipments are very useful and effective in improving your training. There are several objectives or the goals in plyometric training. So the first is to improve the muscular strength. Besides, plyometric training also seeks to improve the muscular power and also speed. This can be done because the plyometric training requires a lot of contraction and extension of the muscles. So as we do this training, our strength will be slowly built up. In other words, the goal of this plyometric training is to help an individual to run faster, jump higher, and to react quicker. Plyometric training has many advantages. Some of it include improving the physical speed and muscular power, just like what we have discussed in the objective. Besides, it also helps to burn the fats in our body because it involves a lot of muscles. So this actually helps us in losing the weight. Third, the plyometric training also increases the strength and the elasticity of the tendons. This helps to reduce our chances of tearing the tendon. The fourth advantage is that the plyometric training is able to improve the active muscle working range, enhance the reflexes, and the coordinate of the motor. The only disadvantage of this plyometric training is that it has a relatively high chance of getting injury. This is because the training involves many repetitive movements of a particular muscle, and this actually causes stress on our joint. So this exercise is not recommended for those who have arthritis.
In the implementation, I am going to demonstrate 3 exercises. The first is the split jump squat. In this session, each activity will be carried out for 45 seconds, followed by 15-second rest before we start the next exercise. Split jump squat focuses on the quadricep and also the hamstring of our leg muscles. It helps to increase the strength and also the power of our muscles. Now is the 15-second rest. You can take this time to take a deep breath or to drink some water. The next activity that we are going to do is the burpee. We are going to start in 3, 2, 1. Burpee is one of the most popular exercises carried out by many people all around the world. If you are a beginner like me, burpee can be quite difficult for you. You can see my movement and my gesture is not very standard since I am just starting to get used to this burpee. However, I believe if I push myself and continue on with the training, I will be able to build up my strength and be able to do a more standard burpee. Now we are back with the 15-second rest. You can clean the sweat on your forehead. The next exercise we are going to do is the skipping rope. So at this meantime, you can get yourself ready and get the equipment ready as well. skipping rope is very suitable and friendly for the beginner because it is not very hard to do. Although it is not very hard, but it is still very effective in building out our stamina as well as our muscular strength. Since this is my first training session, you can notice that towards the end, I am very tired already. And due to this, I made several mistakes during jumping. The reading of the result for the first round of my training is 29 split jump squat, 11 burpee, and also 37 skipping rope. 2 days later, I started the second round of my training. For the second round of the exercise just now, the reading of my result is 32 split jump squat, 13 burpee, and also 50 skipping rope. Compared to the first round of the training, I have managed to improve the standard of my burpee. For the third round of the exercise just now, I managed to do 35 split jump squat, 14 burpee, and also 69 skipping rope. The reading of the result of my training is summarized in the table here. As you can see, as I proceed from the first round to the second round, then to the third round, the amount of repetition that I've managed to do has been slowly increasing. Besides, the standard of my exercise has also been slowly improving as well. Therefore, this data has proven that the plyometric training is indeed useful and effective in increasing the strength of our muscles. Therefore, the objective of this plyometric training can say to be achieved. I hope you have enjoyed my video. So that's all for my video today. See you next time. Bye.